That one will do. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the You Like That podcast for another week. My name is Adam, and I'm one half of the You Like That podcast.
Fucking hot in here. Holy shit. My name's Jack. I am the other half of the You Like That podcast.
Yes, it is a fucking shitty-ass warm day. We've had a week of rain and shit, and then the weekend goes, here's some sun, and we've gone, well, we've given ourselves extra work to do on this fine weekend. My room has gone, nah, fuck ya, hot, but we fucking bear through with you guys, so...
It'll be worth it for the extra episode.
Exactly right.
Something we actually want to talk about. So.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be back-to-back recording for our midweek review.
No, I'm coming back on Thursday. We're just going to wear the same clothes.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same time of day.
Exactly right. By the time we've washed our clothes by then, that's how it all works.
I wear the same 3 shirts anyway. So.
Pretty much. It's the same. I go through my closet, I'm like, what haven't I worn on the pod? I've got to wear the same thing. It just looks too good.
Aside from Sonic, this will be the closest proximity between seeing the movie and recording for me. I literally came straight from the credits rolling.
Yeah, I'd say for you this is the quickest, definitely.
We did for Sonic, we did that for Sonic.
Sonic was literally, we did the same session and then came straight here and recorded. Wild times, and look where we are
Am
now.
I going to remember anything about the movie?
We'll find out soon. So today, guys, we are looking at The Little Things as our latest review of the week. New mystery crime movie out in the cinemas. We're going to start off with a little bit of news. I've got literally 4 lines of news that I've got right now. Very slow week in fucking Hollywood. And we'll get to the questions at the end, which very not safe for work. So let's crack
your
on.
motherfuckers are horny. What happened?
Just like this should have been for the Valentine's episode.
Yeah, right.
This is where we needed those questions.
All the horniness. And then, of course, Alyssa came through with something fucking weird as well. Thank you. She's back. She's back, everyone.
She's back on the ball, so we'll get to that. So let's start with the news. We got a first trailer for Cruella.
Emma Stone, the 101 Dalmatians prequel.
Yeah, this looks... See, this is So we know Cruella de Vil as the villain from 101 Dalmatians, and just sort of like as this hateful bitch that wants to kill these puppies. You get this trailer.
For fur,
yeah. You get this trailer and you're going, well, this bitch just seems like she's just like
a literal criminal.
Yeah, like an actual criminal, like
just like a petty criminal. Like,
I don't know. Like she just thinks she's better than everyone else and just wants to commit a whole bunch of crime.
But there are some Dalmatians in it.
Yeah, that they give her a bit of a shoddy look and they're like, and you're like, they're thrown to the originals. See what they're doing there.
Disney justifying why they're doing this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
But then
punch the table.
It's fine because, like, you look at this and you go, okay, Emma Stone looks pretty good.
I'm not doubting her at all, but
it's just the premise of this movie.
Yeah, Disney's motivation is what.
Yeah. Like there's some things Disney don't need to do. They don't need to take every character from their old movies and go. They need a single movie now. Now that we're as big as we are as a company, everything needs to be a movie. No, everything doesn't need to be a movie.
Not all their characters are that interesting.
Yeah, because this is just sort of gonna go. Is this something that you're gonna send your kids to watch, basically?
Yeah, right.
You know.
Don't know.
Weird one.
It's hard to tell from the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's coming at some point on Disney Plus or cinemas. Fucking who knows. The DC universe has finally casted its first Supergirl. We're getting Sasha Cale or Calais, something I don't fucking know. She was in some drama, soap opera. I think it was The Young and the Restless. I think.
Yeah.
She's been cast as Supergirl, who's going to appear in the Flash movie. So obviously we've had Supergirl in the CW, in like the Arrowverse and that. But in terms of the actual DC extended universe, they've always got to change their characters. So here we go, new Supergirl. We're finally going to get her in the thing.
They're probably just going to Elseworlds it, just Flashpoint it, whatever, just restart, knock down, rebuild.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like their CW stuff goes off so well. And then they just don't resonate in the actual movies. Yeah,
it's weird. Like, they're just so successful. Like, that kind of TV. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is another example on the Marvel side.
Yeah.
That sort of TV, people will just watch it. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's good or not.
Yeah, they go for seasons, too.
Yeah, like, Arrow's 8, 9?
Arrow was 8, I think. Flash, I think, is 7 or 8 series now. And then
they're the ones, like, smaller budget, but they're the ones with the balls to do, like, the Crisis on Infinite Earths and stuff. Like, They're doing all the cool shit.
They're doing the stuff that the actual DC universe should be doing.
Whereas, DC are releasing a movie again from 2016. Like, what? Just release the Batman.
Exactly.
Just put the Batman out.
Give us the Batman.
People are going to the movies.
It has to be done by now. So speaking of that re-released 2016 movie, Justice League has been given its Australian release. We're getting it on Binge.
Yeah.
Binge got the rights to stream Justice League.
Yeah, well, that's where a lot of the HBO stuff goes, like The Sopranos and stuff is on that. So that makes sense. I'm incredibly surprised it's not coming to theaters here.
It's weird. It's whack.
It's very strange.
That'd be the way to get your money.
We are going to theaters.
Yeah.
Australians are going to theaters.
Every week we're going to cinemas. The old Ducks, they're allowed out on their weekends. They go to the cinemas.
Yeah.
If the old Ducks can get out of the home, that's telling you something. Our market is
surely they have to make any money at all. So it just whatever the Murdoch people are paying them, it must be a lot.
Yeah, surely something.
Have exclusive rights.
It'd be a much better thing to have this in cinemas, even if you had it on Binge and then cinemas as well. So you sort of got that double market there.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to see this in cinemas. Like, I'm going to watch this.
I'm the opposite. I'm not going to watch it if it's in cinemas, but maybe if you can get around like a fake email address, do like a 30-day free trial or whatever, a Binge, I would absolutely watch it. Because then I can pause it and go and do my laundry or whatever.
Because you would have to.
I cannot fucking sit there for 4 hours.
No,
we've established that on this podcast.
Yeah, we've spoken about that enough.
I can barely do it for an hour here on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if it's on streaming in Australia, I'm more inclined to watch it. Just so I can be part of the conversation.
Exactly. There's going to be talking points for it. And I know it's going to come to it. You're going to be like, fuck it, I've got to just...
I might as well, yeah.
You might just do your thing where you just skim through.
Yeah.
Skip every 30 seconds or so.
If there's a bar, you can mouse over. You know, like on Netflix when you mouse over the bar.
And you can see what scene it is,
That's what I've done for some movies.
Yeah.
Maybe some movies for this podcast. I'll never tell, but... Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, it's a known thing for Jack. So last bit of news, we finally got the Mortal Kombat trailer came out. Now, I fucking love this. Going off your live reaction you did for the pod on our Instagram stories, I don't know if that's your genuine reaction.
No, I just thought it would be funny because, like, internet reaction videos,
I figured
you have to be big.
I figured so.
But, like, 9 times out of 10, like, if someone types, "Oh my god, I'm screaming, I can't believe it," that's what they're doing watching the trailer.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be funny if I would do that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm still not particularly moved by it.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it hard to care about Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry. I really like the 90s movie.
So, yeah, because I've never seen the 90s movie, so for me, I'm just like...
It's terrible.
I've only heard of the bad
Yeah.
and seen the scenarios that look shit, and I've gone, yeah, okay, don't need to watch that. This now, I'm like...
The story elements I'm seeing, I don't love. I know they have to have a story, obviously. I couldn't tell the main new guy apart from anyone else.
Yeah.
Except Jax, because he has big metal arms. Jax looks fantastic. Those arms look fantastic.
Yeah, they are really good.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion look more traditional, sort of samurai Japanese.
More
realistic.
I really like their look, and a lot of people slated their looks because they're so different.
I think it just looks really heavy, and the way they're moving around and stuff, like, doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it seems baggy, you know what I mean?
I think Scorpion's is better than Sub-Zero's.
Yeah.
I think for the fact that Sub-Zero's mask looks very bulge.
Yeah.
And sort of out of his face, when I feel like Sub-Zero needed that more slick to the body suit type of thing.
Yeah.
When Scorpion's is sort of like, he can get away with a baggy hood and and a bit more, but
you see Scorpion get his ass kicked. That's going to be a misdirect, right? It has to be.
No, because they have the director did like a big interview talking about the trailer and sort of aspects of it. One being fatalities are going to play a part in this movie.
Yeah. You get a little bit of that at the end.
Where you're going to get, like, it's going to be a deciding part in, like, a fight. Or, a change of pace in the fight to bring on to something else. So, in terms of how we saw that fight with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, that was sort of like, like a bit of a fatality type thing. And I thought that looked fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but killing Scorpion?
No, they won't kill Scorpion.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
they wouldn't show it in the trailer.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be like a misdirect where they're going to, like, fully, like, kill Scorpion, because that's going to be... that'll be a big thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people do die in this. But
yeah, we're also now seeing what I call John Wick directing. The action looks exactly like John Wick. So there's lots of single take. It's an incredibly... I love it because it's focusing on stuntmen or actors actually doing their own stunts, because it's all one take. You can't fake it. One take. You'll know exactly what I mean if you've seen John Wick, and if you've seen the Mortal Kombat trailer, you'll be like, I've seen a million John Wick scenes like this. It like pans around, very fast cuts. Not cuts, like fast beats. In the stunts and stuff. But it's all one take, so it's not faked. Just brings you more in the action. Michael Bay ruined action directing by cutting everywhere. Like the Taken movies, it's a big meme. They just cut all the time. So John Wick pioneered really just doing one take. And it looks really clean. It looks really nice.
It does look...
I just kind of don't give a shit. I don't know why I don't give a shit, but we'll see when it comes in.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think it's hard because you're always looking at it. It's a movie adaptation. A video game adaptation as a movie now. So you're left with everything that we've been given like in the last year of talking about games that have been adapted into a movie, and then never going to be that good. But I have hopes that this is going to be decent. I'm not going to say this is going to be an absolute spectacle of a movie. It's going to be fucking 10 out of 10, straight out the ballpark. Now, I reckon this is going to be a really great action movie, and it's going to be a better homage to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because I think when you look at this trailer, you just got a lot of character announcements more than anything. You didn't get
it's kind of going through the roster.
You didn't really get what the story is going to be based around. Obviously, you know that Mortal Kombat has been a fighting tournament through the generations and many decades and years. That there is an outer worlds, so there are people with powers and such. And where this story is going to go, the only sort of thing that the director announced was that Sub-Zero is going to be more or less the main villain.
And that's what it looks like.
As a talking point in this.
Does a good job of showing that.
Yeah.
Because they show how powerful he is and how scary
which I think is going to be like for the main portion until they get to Shang Tsung. And then they start talking about like the outer worlds. Yeah. Because there was the brief thing where they showed a sculpture of Shao Kahn. And we don't think he's going to be in the movie. And the way that the story's sort of going with Shang Tsung and that sort of like... maybe he's not in it, but then they could flip it around and bring something else.
Maybe he's like a god and they're following his creed or whatever. Like I was going to say Snoke, but Snoke was actually alive. But, whatever, just something.
Yeah, again, something. Surprise view of Goro there too.
Goro's in it?
Yep.
CG.
Of course.
They didn't do rubber puppet arms.
I know.
But really bums me out.
I know, but he's big muscly man. You got to...
But yeah, there's a level of cheese you have to bring to a movie like this.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't play it too straight because then you'll just look like a joke.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider was played like... what video game? This is a movie.
Yeah, this
we're a sophisticated movie.
This is an action adventure.
Fuck off. We all know Tomb Raider, so it's the girl with the pyramid boobies.
Exactly right.
From the PS1.
Yes, we're all there.
You got to make it silly.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I don't like the trailer too much, because in terms of story and stuff, I was like, it's looking a bit up its own ass. But then the John Wick directing, I was just like, okay, at least we'll have that. Obviously, we'll have that, but... That's it
will be interesting to see if we
I'm
get...
not being my typical cynical self. I'm just explaining why I was a little bit cold. But,
which is fair. That's what... This trailer was always going to divide a lot of people. From Mortal Kombat fans to people that, like us, do podcasts on movies. It's going to be a massive, diverse range of people that enjoyed and didn't enjoy this.
Whereas the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, I was like smashing my laptop against my face because I was so excited. Like, that's a good trailer.
Yeah, that's a fucking great trailer. So it will be interesting to see if we do get a more broad trailer come closer to release.
Oh, definitely.
To sort of outline something.
Well, that's not too far off anyway, so...
Yeah, it's very...
was it end of
April 16th, April 15th?
That's very soon.
Something like that, so not too far away. So... Be very excited for that one when it comes out, guys. All right, so let's jump into today's review of the movie The Little Things. This is a mystery crime drama made in 2021. This was directed and written by John Lee Hancock. This guy directed The Founder, The Blind Side. Couple things to note. Nothing crazy, huge. I mean, I know The Founder was a big movie in terms because it's McDonald's. Oh, yeah. So, it's along that same drama line. Long-ass fucking movie, 128 minutes. You felt it. Big budget, $30 million.
Yeah, that'd be actors.
Yeah, fucking for sure.
Especially Rami Malek coming off the back. I know it's not out, but coming off the back of No Time to Die. And fuck me, the singer.
Queen.
Thank you.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah.
Not no Queen. It's like the biggest band in the world. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But so Rami Malek at the moment is a big star.
Yeah. Currently made in the box 17.2 million. It did get a straight HBO release as well when it did drop. Yep. So a lot of its market did go straight to there. When it did come out, it was the most streamed movie on its opening weekend on HBO Max streaming. So it did all right there.
Justice League comes along and trumps that.
Yeah. In terms of the Rotten Tomatoes score, 47% in the critics, 65% in the audience.
That's low.
Fucking it really surprised me on that one.
Wow.
So as we said, this is starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. And some quick notes on this. The director and writer, he originally drafted a script for this in 1993.
Jeez.
Pitched it to Steven Spielberg. And Spielberg said, it's a bit too dark of a story for me.
Yeah.
It was then given to Clint Eastwood, Warren Beatty, and Danny DeVito to direct until he decided he would just helm it himself and direct it all himself.
I could definitely see Clint Eastwood doing this.
Yeah.
He does those old man gritty movies. So.
Yeah. Then he might have put a bit more action into it just for Clint Eastwood's sake.
Yeah, maybe.
Some gun.
He would have put racism in it or something. He's a shady bloke.
Yeah, exactly. Denzel may not have starred in this then if he was in it. Not as the main actor. No. All right, so that's a little quick rundown of it. So, Jack, what did you think of The Little Things?
Well, you say you felt the length of this. I didn't at all.
No?
I enjoyed this very, very much. Watching this is very much a cinema movie for me.
Yeah.
I really benefited from not looking at my phone and just being in the movie. Mm-hmm. What helps is I said this on the City of Lies.
Yeah.
I am just such a slut for 1990s Hollywood.
Yeah.
Any movie set in 1990s Hollywood, I just drink it in.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching this. I'm like, I feel like Jackie's going to like this for the setting, and I just thought of City of Lies.
Just for the look of it, it's not a very stylish movie, but it's a gorgeous movie. It's a really fucking good looking movie. It's performance driven, of course. It's not an action movie at all.
Yep.
It's not even really a thriller.
No.
It's again like City of Lies. You're just kind of watching a week in the life of these cops.
Yeah.
And of course, other stories and stuff come along from it. But yeah, I was glued to it. I was fully in. I really like this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, in terms of the runtime, I thought it did feel a bit longer just because I got through the first half an hour. I thought I was in there for an hour.
Yeah.
And I looked at my phone and I went, it's only been half an hour. The fuck?
Yeah.
But I think after that point, then it sort of things started just to more set into motion in the movie, and then I was like, I'm getting a bit more invested into it. So
and Jared Leto is not in it for about an hour.
No, he's really not.
Hour and 10 minutes, maybe. He's not in it for a long time.
Yeah, and when you see him, it is very quick shots. Yeah. It's not
back of his head.
He's in it, and the most times he's in it is at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And but I like this movie. Yeah. This was a decent movie. It wasn't brilliant, and it had a lot of issues with it for me that I found in terms of the pacing and the whole end resolution to this movie.
There's not much of a payoff.
No,
really,
because as any sort of crime mystery movie is sort of given to you, and you're given a threat at the start, or you're given a scenario and a murder, and that it's linked to all these other ones, you're always hoping to get that suspect or a bit more of a chase.
Yeah. Yeah, because this movie pretty much assumes that, it makes the audience the cops in the movie, and you just instantly assume, it's this slimy criminal guy.
Yeah.
So the story will be how they catch him.
Yeah.
Catch him in the act, looking for evidence or whatever. But yeah, the payoff does not really represent that. I think in a great way.
Yeah.
I quite liked it, but.
It's definitely hit and miss for a lot of people on how they wanted to have this movie end, because as you said, is that one thing of getting that massive misdirect by the end, is the whole really getting nothing in terms of who actually is committing these murders.
Yeah, if you want to know,
You don't even get a hint of who it could be.
Well, you do, but then it's a twist.
Exactly.
Which I really liked.
Yeah.
Really liked.
Again, so the story has its things, but it can be seen in many different viewpoints. But I think it is still definitely impactful. It is a very strong performance from all three gentlemen in this movie.
And last week I was saying Synchronic felt like two actors on a set. There was no chemistry, but fuck me, Denzel and Rami Malek, like, they're great together.
They did click
very well.
They are so
good together. It's very
because they're very different. They're very different people.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like Denzel is sort of filling into this mentor role of Rami Malek's case that he's kind of losing his grip on, but has to be very in the public, like, confident. As cops do.
Yeah, because as it is, we've got a new age actor in Rami Malek, and then we've got such an old classic legend of an actor in Denzel Washington, and it sort of portrays him as if it's like, Denzel's really like giving stuff to Rami, being like, this is how you can become a really good actor. Taking these little hints, but it's being fed in the movie through the actual storytelling. So it's portrayed really well through that.
It's very much kind of old school cop, like, get your hands dirty and stuff, and like acting as well. Like, Rami Malek's really good at being a chameleon. Like, he's played so many different things, and he's just. But Denzel has always been Denzel.
Denzel's just Denzel.
Denzel is shamelessly Denzel. Yeah. And for good reason. He's so fucking charismatic. And
you watch him in The Equalizer, and that is a fucking brilliant.
I'm going to watch those now off of the back of this. But
I haven't seen the second one yet. I've got it, but the first one, brilliant.
They've just hit Netflix. So.
Yeah.
I've lost it. Yeah, he's not charismatic. He's a cranky old coot.
Yeah.
But, fuck, he's so good. The performances. And then Leto, like, I don't like him as a human being. I just read enough stories about him.
Yeah.
But you cannot deny he's just one of the best actors in
Hollywood. He's really good. And
speaking of chameleon, like, he's so good at just making himself look like shit.
Fucking
he's
really
so
good.
Gross in this movie. And he brings so much, like, there is absolutely no reason for a lot of his character traits. You can tell they weren't in the script at all. They were just like, oh, he has long, greasy hair.
Yeah.
But then Leto comes along and he's like, oh, I'm going to give him a bit of a weird limp, a bit of a pot belly. I'm going to, like, dirty him up. But then you see his apartment and it's really meticulously clean. Which, of course, your brain goes, serial killer. Like, straight away. So, just interesting choices like that, which you can just tell. Like, for all his faults, he's probably a cunt on set to bring that performance, He probably goes to the director and goes, well, I'm doing this and I don't care that it's your movie. It's I'm making the big bucks.
Yeah.
It fucking works. He's really good in this.
He is really good for this.
All three of them, especially when they're together. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, that car ride with Rami Malek and Jared Leto is so uncomfortable, and they don't say much.
No.
But, God, it's just so, like...
Because Leto's character is just such a creep of a person, and it is very unsettling for the way that he acts about this, and it's sort of, like, real-worldish in a way of how some people are these days with crime. So, if we talk about Jared Leto's character, so he's a very... He's an appliance mechanic, so he fixes
he just
microwaves,
works a 9 to 5, like
laundry mats and shit like that. As we said, very greasy look, long hair, pot belly, weird limp.
Sunken in eyes,
very raccoony eyes, very baggy as if he doesn't get a lot of sleep. And we learn a bit about his character. So he's obviously being pinned as the main suspect, as this serial killer that Rami and Denzel are trying to find. And the way he's sort of given off, he straight up just tells you he's a massive crime buff.
Yeah.
And he just has, all these paper clippings and that from, murders and such.
Yeah. He's such a crime buff, he wants to get arrested.
Yeah, he has a police scanner radio in his apartment.
And he falsely admitted to a murder just to see what the process was like.
Yeah.
Like, he's that into it.
Yeah.
Which is like,
handwritten confession.
Yeah.
And then the next day they let him go because they're like, this cunt was nowhere in the area.
Like, based in realism, but then you got to crank it up because it's a movie. Yeah. Like, people love true crime. I love true crime.
Yeah.
Like, the most squeamish person on the earth, but like, any true crime I just lap up like crazy. So, that's that movie going, oh, people like to watch Tiger King. Ramp it up. And so it's realistic enough.
It is. It's becoming very invested in a hobby.
Yeah.
Basically, and to a point where you really take a bunch of detectives on a massive loop and go, I've never done anything before in my life.
It's just a big game.
It's one big game.
But to the detectives, it's their whole life, and they have PTSD, and they're really, they don't sleep. Their families are leaving them. Like, it's actually real world, horrific ramifications. But to Jared Leto's character, he's just like, I'm having the time. I'm living my fantasy. Like, these people are giving me all this attention. Yeah,
and so we find characters have certain secrets. So we'll discuss this ending and these twists that we have. So we'll jump into some spoilers now. So we told you this movie's a very decent movie. It's definitely worth a watch.
Big spoiler time.
So let's jump into the spoilers now. So if you guys don't want to hear it, piss off. Come back later.
Come back for the horny questions.
Yeah, come back for the horny questions. About 20. So
do you guys miss hearing about my penis?
Boy, you're gonna hear a bit more about it later.
God, the ending. Fuck. I
so the ending is so much. It's such a fucking piss take of Jared Leto's character being like, I've told you, yep, I know who this girl is. Come for a drive with me. I'll show you where.
Yeah.
And then that moment he gives him the shovel and he starts digging, and then you just get that poop.
Yeah. And he's
actually over there.
It's like a kid testing his luck.
Yeah.
Like you tell a kid, hey, don't touch the cookies in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
And then he'll find excuses to get closer to the cookie jar, and he's just like, I wonder, like, what I could do to get me closer, and maybe I could just snatch one.
It's really poking the bear.
Yeah, 100%.
That bear's asleep, and you just go, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Leto, like, his character,
got something to
clearly
say.
is just having the time of his life. Just can't believe his luck.
Yeah.
At how this detective is just falling for everything he's saying.
Until he gets clobbed in the head with a shovel.
Yeah. And then, of course, tensions rise enough when the detective fucks up.
Yeah.
And kills him.
Yeah.
And then that unlocks the mystery of Deacon, Denzel Washington's character's story.
Yeah.
And there's parallels there, of course, which I really liked. I like that slow burn a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, because
how the fuck is this going to link up? Like,
yeah, because you were given it very early of, like, from really when he was this big detective in LA, and as to why he sort of moved out.
Yeah.
Out more Midwest and such. And getting that full come around by the end of it, and you're like, huh, okay. So it's literally just dirty secrets.
Yeah, it's a big cover-up.
It's just a cover-up, dirty secrets, get away from it all. Only a select few people know what had happened.
And then that mentoring role that Denzel's playing comes into play there as well, but it's in a really horrible, disgusting situation.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, look, I've been here, I've covered up my own murder, here's what I'm going to do, here's what you're going to do. And he's very, like, to the point and just like, yeah, because
he's straight into it. There's no talking about it. He's like, okay, so you've killed him. All right, dig a hole.
Who cares? He's dead. He has no, like, family or friends. No one's
I'll be back in a few hours. Goes and cleans out Leto's apartment. Fucking takes everything.
And you're just like, oh, like, the whole time you're sympathizing with Denzel, and you're like, fuck, that case really broke him. Like, he couldn't, like, solve it. I'm so sad for him being so PTSD and stuff, and he's seeing the girls, and you're like, man, he must have really cared for these victims. Mm. But then you have that line later, it's in the trailer, where he says, I'm doing it for me. And you're like, oh, okay, he wants to get over his PT. It's a therapy thing. Okay, fine. Still empathizing with him. Still totally on his side. And then the reveal of he murdering someone accidentally.
Yeah.
And then the whole force covering it up just rips. It just comes into your chest and goes, you are sympathizing for a cunt.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I love that misdirect. And then he still does shitty things right up until just before the credits roll. Yeah.
So obviously he's explaining to Rami's character as, don't try and be an angel. You don't need to try and be the angel to people.
You're just a cop. You're just solving the crime.
Only do what you can.
It's your job.
Do not make it a thing to personalize this shit.
Yeah.
Ruin your life to try and be an angel for someone.
Which is what his character was doing the whole movie. He's a man of God, and he like has the photo of the victim, and he like really studies it and sort of
really gets invested. Yeah. So it's sort of like it's more or less just giving Rami's character a bit of drive and a bit of motivation to carry on everything. Yeah. And it's that a girl's gone missing. Presumably it's the same killer, but she's just gone missing, so we don't know where she is and such. And the parents, file the missing persons and just give him that one piece of information. Oh, she has a red beret that, keeps the hair out of her face and that.
Yeah.
And that's the holding point. So the rest of the movie, it's just driving Rami to really find where this girl is, because he's doing what Denzel said not to be and has been Angel. Don't cling on to this.
Yeah.
So by the end of the movie, Leto's character's dead. It's all buried in an off. And Rami's character's taken a few weeks off personal leave. And he gets a letter from Denzel's character, which is an envelope that says, "No angels," with a red beret.
Yeah, because when Denzel's going through his apartment, you see something red in the...
Yeah, he opens a little case, but it's the the snapshot up, so you don't see what's in it.
And I didn't know what a beret was. I thought it was the little French hat.
Yeah,
so I saw.
So did I.
Yeah, so I saw something red, and I was like, "Oh, that's the evidence. He's the killer, whatever." Yeah, and then when I saw what an actual beret was, I was like, "Oh, okay,
okay."
Never mind, it was just a red thing.
Yeah, so it's more or less Denzel sort of like trying to give Rami's character a bit of closure, in a way.
Yeah, so he can go back to work and like
more or less to try and ease his mind, being like, "Yo, no, he is the killer."
Yeah, so
it was the right thing.
It doesn't turn him into him.
Yeah, exactly. But then as we see Denzel going back to his dirt neck home, burning all of Leto's personal belongings, we see him grab something from his front seat, which is a little packet of berets.
And with the red one missing.
The red one missing.
I fucking love that. I was just like, oh my... Like, I never would have expected that.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
At first you see and you go, fuck, alright, maybe he was right. And then you see that and you go, fuck, I was wrong again.
But I mean, it's still open-ended. Like, we still don't know if Leto was the killer or not.
Exactly right. We don't know if
the cops don't know.
We don't know if the guy that they first brought in for questioning was the bad guy that offed himself.
Yeah.
They even said that, fuck, I hope it wasn't him, but, until then, we keep going and try to find someone. So, yeah, that's where it can annoy some people in this movie, where you're still left with an open movie.
Yeah.
And you didn't get a confirmed hint of who this murderer is.
I watch a lot of unsolved mysteries and stuff, so that stuff doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I don't need closure. I'm just like, it's most
but
of
as
the
documentaries it brings into our City of Lies review, where we knew a movie we were getting was a crime story that we knew had no ending. So, but for this, you don't know that because this isn't given. This isn't based on a true story event.
And that's why I think the couple of twists at the end really help it. Really save it.
Yeah, they definitely help it.
It's not a movie that needs saving, but I think
nah,
better than just we accidentally killed the killer. He is the killer. That's not really that satisfying to me. But
no, I mean you're given a fair amount of good shit in this movie anyway. You get some really good crime scenes, some gruesome looking crime scenes as well to be fair with. So you're given a lot for a crime type story.
Yeah, and they're like, before you know what the cover up was, like they're hyping him up sort of as like he was this great cop.
Yeah,
and he has his own method of doing things, but he doesn't do anything that differently. So like little lines like that and stuff, you're just like what is going on? Like, I want to know so bad. So that's why the runtime didn't feel long for me, because I was so in.
Yeah, it definitely got better by the end for the runtime, 100%.
Good score as well. They had that little repeating motif that just kind of kept going on loop and loop, and I was just like, that's definitely a choice, but I couldn't understand the choice.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice piece of music. There's some nice transitions and stuff. Like there was that one shot at the front of the strip club when
he flicks the mirror.
Yeah, and then there's the other one later where they're on the stakeout and the time changes, like it goes from day to night. It's just a beautiful, seamless, like... And
they always look good,
it must have been on set or something. Maybe it's just a time-lapse trick, but I don't know. It looked really nice.
It was good. Good.
So it's not a stylish movie, but it is very good looking.
Yeah, no, it is. Because you're not... They don't need to utilize CG because they're not blowing anything up. They're not getting in big action sequences. It is a lot of just direct, face-to-face type of shit.
There's a lot of car chases, but they're like just slow in traffic car chases because he's just following him. Like it's not.
It's not a whole
technically a car chase.
Upbeat action music behind it, and it's really like fucking drifting and skidding through, and none of that.
Denzel does the equalizer for those. So.
Exactly, he does it good in that too. But no, this it definitely is a decent movie, and I don't understand the critic score.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm going to have to read some reviews to see what they didn't like about it.
Yeah, I read a couple, and I can see that, a lot of people, they didn't find the twist to be worth it. The fact that you don't get a payoff by the end of it is just stupid and whatnot else. And that's just critics. You're always going to get it.
Yeah.
It's like a critic, as I always say, it's a critic writing a review for a horror movie. It never gets above 50.
No.
Because critics are fucking old bums. And we aren't critics.
We're not critics.
We just tell you what it is.
Opinion pieces.
Fucking opinion pieces. But yeah, unless you've got anything more to add to this.
No, I really think you should see it.
Yeah.
Especially at the cinema, just because like it really does beg your attention.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like we're saying, there's not the things to just catch your eye if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
There's no explosions.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, yeah, Little Things in cinemas everywhere. Definitely go see it. It is a worthy piece there. We recommend it.
Oh, the repetition again. Sorry, just quickly.
I asked you, was there anything else?
Again. Remember in the trailer, he's like, it's the little things that'll get you caught and stuff. And they repeat that line twice.
Yeah.
Like out of context when you think he's a good cop, and then in context when he's really talking about covering his own ass.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Okay,
sorry.
Very good. So that is another great thing about it. So the Little Things, available in cinemas everywhere. Go see it. Go watch it. It's a worthy performance to feast your eyes upon. All right, so let's wrap up the episode with your questions. Not safe for work, 18 plus type.
Yeah, if you got kids in the car
here.
or if you're at work and people can hear your headphones or something, maybe come back to it when you're in the privacy of your home.
Fucking straight into
Brooke
it.
was in a mood this morning.
Fucking yep.
What got into her?
Oh,
probably wasn't you, given how horny she was.
No, it's not. We don't need to discuss, but
that's a great joke. When you hear the questions, that's a fucking great joke.
All right, well let's start easy. Let's avoid the not safe for work first. Let's go with Andy from Facebook. So as always, guys, questions, Facebook, Instagram, hit us up on there. We put the posts out before we record. You got plenty of time to get involved with those before we start doing our episode. So get in as many, whatever you say. As we said, this is not safe for work on some of these. People will write whatever they want.
And we're all right with that. We're not saying
don't
do that. We're just saying if you have,
we love the obscurity.
If you're in public.
Obscurity is amazing. But yeah, don't watch this if you're at a workplace environment. So let's start with Andy on Facebook. If you could upgrade one part of your body with a cybernetic implant, what would it be?
That sounds like it might tie into our little You Like That Extra coming up later in the week. If you might consider our upgrades. Oh, we already announced it, didn't we? Why am I teasing it?
I did already confirm that.
If we didn't already announce it, that would have been very good.
Yes, upgrade is the first choice.
Fuck, I would just have eyes and ears that worked. Because I'm deaf as shit in one ear and my eyes are terrible. Yeah, I would just like a working... I'd just replace all my organs that are fucked. Like,
bro,
chuck a new heart in.
Mine is 100% robotic legs.
Yeah.
Just to take away knee pain, bro. Like, no one fucks their arms these days. Arms are very easily treatable. Your kneecaps, fuck another story. When you tear your ACL at 15 and you're an athletic kid, your life changes dramatically.
You buy a PlayStation and that's
it. You get fat. You smoke ciggies.
Yeah,
you don't do the rehab you were supposed to do for your knee, so you have to let it heal by itself, and that sucks too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just like, just all my organs, just so I don't have to eat anymore. Yeah, it's just like work. It's cost money. Like,
I don't want to eat a meal.
Mine would be extremely
Where's me fucking oil?
I don't have a lot of use for a gun in my hand,
Yeah.
I wouldn't use that very much.
Yeah, you're not a very violent
person.
person.
Or like a bat, like a grappling hook that comes out. I wouldn't use that much.
Yeah.
It just hurt my shoulder more than anything.
Okay, fair. All right, Rebecca, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Ducks are quite intimidating, aren't they?
It's the age-old question, this one.
Yeah, this one's a classic, and I've never really considered it.
I don't know, 100 duck-sized horses.
100 is a lot.
100's a lot, but they're only the size of a duck.
And yeah, but 100 of anything is a lot. What are you going to do? Like,
fucking kick them.
They're going to swarm around your ankles, and you'll be like, okay, I can't really kick. Now what? And then they'll be like...
You start stomping.
World War Z, they'd be like building themselves up to come and cut your throat.
I don't know if it works that way. What about the argument for a horse-sized duck then?
Horse-sized duck, you could probably get under it, maybe, if you slide under it and then just stab up. I reckon. Because a duck, like, they can move their neck down, I'm sure, and maybe bite.
Yeah.
And drag you out. This is. I'm painting this image in my head. It's very funny in my head.
That you're actually like someone of John Wick's stature. You've gone for the whole slide under the duck and stab up. First, where's your knife coming from? And since when did you have the athletic ability to slide under a
if
fucking horse-sized duck?
If I knew this was a possibility in real life, I would always carry a knife on me, just in case. Yeah, but I can't do the numbers. I would take my chances against one thing, even if it's big.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna go the 100 duck-sized horses just because I feel like that's a fair fight. They're just too small. And if I get in early with the kicks and they sort of come in like a line, it's just sort of like a.
I think I'm thinking of geese because geese are quite large, aren't they?
Yeah, geese have the long necks and they're
like
huger.
Like a little mallet.
Dark little fat thing, and depending what kind of duck it is, I mean, if it's just a standard lake duck.
And if they're horses, they can't fly, so they couldn't like flap at you.
Exactly, yeah. They're just horses, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still taking my
little mouths.
I'm still taking my 1v1 chance.
Okay, we'll go the 1v1 chance. Phil says, "Why don't you like Thor Ragnarok, directed by Taika Waititi?" This is because Phil's a fucking idiot, and he was the only person to vote for Thor for the choices for our midweek review.
Yeah. It doesn't mean we don't like it, you fucking
Phil,
walnut.
Thor Ragnarok is one of my favourite MCU movies in the whole franchise.
I watched it after recording last week.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
It is absolutely incredible.
Even better than multiple times you watch it.
But unfortunately, Phil, it's a voting system, and your vote only counts as one.
Democracy doesn't always win.
Exactly right. To which you then commented on our post about Mortal Kombat and said, "This isn't Thor Ragnarok." No shit, Phil. It was just saying, how did you like the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Extremely set on Thor Ragnarok.
And if you wanted to put that comment,
we're not erasing Thor Ragnarok from history.
No,
it's still we'll still watch your DVD.
We'll chuck it in another voting thing.
I'm sure it'll come up one day.
Yeah, we will recycle the films that don't get picked. So maybe next time, bud. We do love the movie.
Chill out.
All right, Phil. Fuck. We're gonna hit Jess's one now.
Yeah, this one's wordy, isn't it?
This is fucking wordy. So I hope that you've read this a couple times to sort of...
I tried.
It's hard. It's a hard read. So, imagine this. You live in a parallel universe where heterosexuality is outlawed. To be a single man of a certain age would arouse suspicion, so you enter into a marriage of convenience. This allows you to carry out your heterosexuality activity more covertly, but you now must live as husband and husband. Which one of your friends is going to be your husband and why?
I already live with two of my friends who are male, so I guess we could just be like, we're whatever religion lets you have multiple marriages.
Yeah, okay.
We're that. And then I would keep fucking all the women I fuck. Sorry, I'm jumping into the other questions too early. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just hit up one of the homies and be like, this situation sucks.
Yeah, you just got to go with the homie.
Yeah, any homie, like, the closest proximity homie.
Because obviously, your homie's going to be in the same boat as you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in the same, situation. You're in this universe together.
Yeah, I don't think I have any homosexual friends, so it would be quite easy for me to...
I know of them, but it's much easier to just go, yo, Holmes,
yeah,
we need to be married. And they'll be like, yeah, cool. But we straight, though.
And I keep fucking all the women.
Yeah. It's fine. So I would definitely choose Jacob. Same thing. He's my roommate as well.
Yeah, just my housemates.
So he's here.
Whatever. We'll scissor, paper, rock.
And to be fair, it wouldn't surprise most of my friends and family that always thought he was gay anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's like, it's a perfect fit. It's like people be like, I knew it. It took a while, but I knew it. They got there, and I support them. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're fucking chicks.
I wonder why it would be outlawed. I wonder what would have to happen for a literal sexuality to be outlawed. I mean, I guess in some countries it is, and it's despicable and horrible and backwards, but...
Yeah, it'd be a weird thing, but I mean, I guess that's why it's a parallel universe.
Yeah, I suppose.
In our universe, straight is the thing, and, homosexuality was the outlawed thing in the early times. Parallel universe is the other way around. Fuck it.
True.
So, thank you, Jess, for that. That was amazing.
Like who you like, fuck who you want to fuck. It does not matter at all.
Exactly right. All right, let's jump to the Instagram. AJ, in theme of the movie, favourite Good Charlotte song?
I unashamedly like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I think
it's a banger of a song.
Huge chorus, and the verses are quite fun as well.
Yeah.
It's very of the era. Like, it's such a time capsule song. But yeah, I really like that song.
Yeah, because very reminiscent of very growing up days.
I never listened to a lot of Good Charlotte, I'll be honest. I was always listening to Sum 41 instead.
I did for those because my mum always used to listen to them.
Yeah, right.
So I was always growing up with that music.
They were massive.
They really were.
They took
for
off.
me, The River It's a huge song. That's the one they did with...
Don't even know what that is.
Well, that was featuring Sinister Gates and fucking Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
And
I have to listen to that.
it's a big track. Sin has a mad solo in it.
Of course he does.
And Shadows just does his standard Avenged Sevenfold voice singing in it.
Which is very good.
And it's amazing. And it's a killer. It's a fucking killer of a track.
Yeah, sick.
And before we get to the majority of not safe for work from Brooke here, let's jump with Alyssa. You started to lay eggs. Would you eat your own or prefer each other's? And would it be fried or scrambled?
I did ask them to get weirdo. She came through.
Boy, oh boy.
If I assume there would be your paternal instinct would kick in. If they're your eggs, you'll be like, well, they're my children, right? I don't want to eat my own children, so I'm sorry. I would have to eat yours. I fucking love scrambled eggs too, so I'm sorry. I would have to scramble your children.
So, I am huge on eggs. Eggs is one of my favorite food in the world.
So good, dude. So versatile.
It's not even. You don't even have to have it by itself. You just put it with things.
If
I'm making home burgers, there's an egg on there.
Yeah.
If I make my ramen noodles, there's an egg on there.
Oh yeah.
Everything needs an egg, so everyone gets an egg.
Yeah.
However, if I'm creating my own eggs, that's a bad time. I will not be paternal. I'd be like, sick, endless supply of eggs that I don't have to pay for.
So yeah, you would see it from the economic standpoint.
But if there was a point where I was feeling a bit ill, the eggs weren't coming as good, and they're a little bit small, I'm like, these won't suffice. Oh, you bet I'm coming for your eggs, son.
Yeah, right. They would be my children.
And they will be fried. That would be so well fried.
That's fucked up.
Fry a good egg, bro.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, watch your eggs, boy.
Speaking of fucked up.
Your fiance. My fiance. Actually, hang on. We'll save hers because we got some from Chelsea which aren't as fucked up.
Oh, thank God.
So we're almost there, but not quite there yet. So Chelsea, what warning label do you wish you had gotten about each other before meeting? Like a warning, we'll cry at the movies. At first, I didn't know if this was for us, or if this was for like me and Brooke, or what. I guess we'll just go with us.
I guess it's about us.
It must be.
She tries to take the podcast bit seriously.
It's just because she said, warning, we'll cry at movies, and I'm like...
That sounds like me. I cry at movies all the time.
I get very close, but I won't cry unless I start to talk. I can hold it very well, and it'll just be on the edge, and it'll be sitting in my ball, and I'm like, get back up in there, not time to cry.
I don't know, we just kind of get along and just agree on the schedule and just sort of do everything.
Yeah, we don't really have any fucking warning labels on each other.
I wish you warned me how fucking hot this room got.
I'm trying my best here, alright? I'm trying... Look, we'll invest in one of those, like, Dyson fans that pump out the really cold air.
Yeah.
Which would be sick.
Which are extremely loud.
Extremely expensive, too. Well, we'll work it out. We'll get there. But there's fucking really nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know.
We make our schedule work. We both love each other.
Yeah.
And we hang out after the podcast as well. So it's sort of like, there's no real warning labels for us. So we just get along really fucking well.
Maybe we would agree more than we thought. Like the initial...
Okay,
the initial idea
right,
of this
right,
podcast was sort of
I like everything, but you hate everything.
Yeah. So, but then just over time we just kind of agree on those things.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we've really differed on anything. I can't even remember the last one we really differed on. I would have to go back.
And as like a complete polar opposite too.
Yeah.
Of liking and hating. The only one I can think of is Venom.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
That was fucking episode 4 or something.
Yeah, a fucking very long time ago. So yeah, I guess there's no labels for us because we're fucking perfect.
Keep listening, so...
Fucking hell. If you were on The Bachelorette, what would your archetype be? Like the tradie or the entrepreneur? Who would you be?
Someone who's not interested in me at all. No. I don't know. I don't have a type. I've been having this conversation.
The podcast guy.
Yeah, I've been having this. Oh, you mean for us?
Yes.
I thought you meant like what we were shopping for. Not shopping. That's a terrible thing to say.
No, the woman is there, and we're the types.
What are we? I'd be. Fuck society. Fuck the establishment. I got ripped jeans and I listen to guitar music, man.
So you'd be the social outcast.
Never grew up, man.
You'd be. They'd probably call you the Chad.
The Chad, yeah, except I go to bed at 8 o'clock every night.
I fucking party and all this shit, but by damn if I'm not in bed by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I would be typecast as like the scuzzy metalhead guy. Probably smokes weed, like you were saying a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That you get typecast as. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a dude. I just want to just talk.
Just the dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because I like so many different things. So it's like I just come across as the nerd without the physique of a nerd.
Yeah, I couldn't pass as a tradie. I would definitely pass as a nerd.
Yeah.
Just because my eyes don't work and I have to wear glasses. Like, apparently that makes me a nerd.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to see things.
Dumb as a box of hammers, but my eyes don't work, so I guess I'm a computer genius.
I don't know, I'd probably just constantly talk about soccer and fucking Apex Legends.
I'd be the guy who doesn't want to do stuff. Like, I don't want to go on dates.
No.
I just don't want to be at the resort the whole time. Just like
I would sit there and talk about how much I hate the outside and the beach.
Yeah.
I'd be like, and now if you come on a date with me, you better believe we aren't going for a long walk on the beach. God no, have you heard about sand? Gets fucking everywhere and it hurts.
It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
It's so shit sand, bro. I fucking loathe the beach.
I like the beach. But I'm not a beachy surfer guy, am I?
No, you're really not. You're not the surfer
White
guy.
as sin.
You're the white as the sand
Clearly,
on the beach.
The only time I go outdoors is seeing me washing up.
Oh, fuck. And then last one is, what is the best shape and what is the best size? I'm assuming this is for a woman, but then I feel like this is
I think, no.
very
knowing
bad
Chelsea,
answer.
I think she's literally talking about shapes and sizes. She would not want to ask what we want shape
don't
and
know.
size-wise in a woman. That's a horrible thing to ask.
I know,
or
but
answer.
but you're talking about our podcast right now. This is the type of shit we get asked.
I like a square. I like symmetry. I like things to be really even.
Yeah.
Like a square. I don't like a square to be too big. Freaks me out.
All right, so for all
Makes
you
me
big squared women out there, Jack is not
Makes
for
me
you.
suspicious. I'm not going to answer it in the context of a woman. That's horrible. That's horrible.
Triangles go all right.
Yeah.
You're seeing good looking triangles
symmetrical?
around.
It's very nice.
Yeah, they're there. You know, they're not used as much.
No, a square is very practical. Like if you're marking an area for something, it's usually a square.
But triangles can be very abstract, and it can really bring a room together.
I like a rhombus because it's like someone drew a rectangle and then went on it and went,
Yeah.
oh fuck, and then it just went like, and they were like, that looks like something.
Yeah,
We could bring that to some
That's called a rhombus now.
rhombus.
And in terms of the best size, not too big, not too small.
Well, a big triangle like the pyramid. That's a really big triangle. Quite impressive.
Definitely wasn't built by Egyptians, though. I'm sorry, it's
That's
aliens.
aliens, bro. 100% aliens.
Yeah, there's no way around that. Look at it however you
It
will.
was God playing Jenga. He just fucked up and he was like, just leave it.
Where did the triangle come from? Don't fucking know. Just made it how it is. That's how God works. Fucking God, no way.
No, let's get this over with so we can talk about Upgrade.
Let's jump to the not safe for work. All right. My lovely fiance decided to be a hornbag this morning and sent us some fucking stupid ass questions about sex. Who or what was your last sex dream about?
I don't remember. I have a lot of sex dreams. I don't know why. And they're never like full on, like, that's the whole dream.
Yeah.
I've never had a wet dream in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I was a teenager, I just wanked 8 times a day. Like,
So
I
there
was
was
just
nothing
like a
left?
fucking rabbit. Yeah.
There was
so
absolutely nothing left. It was
my
just like,
brain was
bro,
like, thank God he's asleep. Like, we can have a break.
we can replenish
Yeah,
finally.
but I always have sex dreams about my friends, and I'm just like, oh, God, I hope they don't find out. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, God, I'm sorry. It's just subconscious brain matter just flying around. It's never anything.
Yeah.
Really. But yeah, I don't particularly remember my last one.
Yeah.
My dreams have been really boring lately. They've all been in like real time, just like having a conversation.
Mine have always been, I always have some fun dreams here and there, but I think this question has stemmed from, we were talking about this last night because Brooke had one just the other day and it was a fucking right old laugh. If you want to know what it is, please send Brooke a DM at Bad Luck Fistfuck. She would love to tell you about it.
Dox your literal fiance. That's a good idea.
Exactly right. But we were talking about that. I don't think I've ever had a proper sex dream because, like, I've had many dreams with, again, girls that I've been friends with as well, and even some celebrities and that. But it's only ever cuddling or just kissing or holding hands.
That's quite sweet. What a
I know.
gentleman.
I've never gone to the bedroom with any of them. We could just be laying down watching a movie, cuddling, or just out in a public scenario, hugging,
right.
sharing a smooch. I had a really good one with Courtney Cox the other week.
Oh god, she's so hot.
Because I saw her in Ace Ventura.
And I she's so hot in that
forgot
movie.
how beautiful she is in that. Yeah. What a woman. I've gone, you know what? Jennifer Aniston, overrated now. It's Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
All the way from then. Hot. And then she was in my dream and it was an embraceful thing. She was at one side of this. This was actually like a ruins of a city for whatever reason.
Yeah,
she came up and hugged me and we embraced and then we kissed and I'm like, wow.
What I remember recently, and I did tell the friend that this was about, that I had this dream because it was just funny. It was recently after I watched The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So, like, for some reason, the laundry of my house was an outhouse. But, like, you had to walk past and it looked like the lighthouse. Like, we were on a secluded island.
Yeah.
And she was just there naked on the washing machine in the outhouse in the lighthouse. And when I walked into the laundry, it went black and white, like the lighthouse. That movie really got under my skin.
Apparently.
Yeah, and I just had sex with this person on the washing machine, but I was just like, you should watch The Lighthouse. Everyone should watch The Lighthouse.
Yeah, that's where it came from. Don't worry about the sex. Just watch The Lighthouse.
Yeah, that one stands out for me because I was just like, man, that movie really got to me.
God damn. And every time I want to have sex now, it's got to be in black and white.
The person wasn't Willem Dafoe.
That's probably for the best.
That'd be a nightmare.
Jesus
He's a scary looking man.
Yes, he is. What would you choose to have someone dress up as for a sexual fantasy relating to a movie character?
I've never understood dressing up for sex. Seems like you're going the wrong way.
Yeah,
Seems counterproductive.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I know that like foreplay is a big thing in that, but you're too much of that, I'm done.
Yeah, that's a problem too with guys. There's definitely a limit.
There's a massive for
some guys that limit's quite small.
Yeah, and that foreplay is literally the sex.
Yeah, yes, and it's very normal. It happens to.
Oh, of course,
most guys.
It's not.
Most of your male friends you talk to will be like, "Oh yeah, I just come really fast." But
yeah,
like I said last week, there's other things you can do to make it fun.
Exactly.
And those things are more fun to do anyway.
Never be embarrassed if you come really fast.
Chuck your head between some legs, and that's better than any sex.
If you're with a woman that hates you for coming really fast, get rid of them, bro. Yeah. They don't need shit.
100%.
Fuck that. If that's all they're into, fuck them. Or just get them to buy a vibrator and tell them to do it with yourself.
Teenage ingrained pressure on myself where I still get really embarrassed about that. But you shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's just like...
I used to as well.
Yeah, that's something for therapy.
But then I realized, I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Unless if a woman can't just be like, oh, that's who you are, okay.
Yeah.
And realize that that's probably about 60% of men in the world.
Yeah.
Will come faster than that anyway. Bro, just deal with it.
Doesn't matter.
It's not our fault.
In terms of movie fantasy, I don't think I've fantasized about that character that much.
Jessica Rabbit.
Maybe Xena, because Xena was like my first crush. But that's an elaborate costume. You'd need a fucking metalworking degree to take it off.
Oh, fucking hell.
So... yeah, I guess if you want to look like Xena, you can. I'd be like, neat. All right, take it off so I can see your titties. Like, you know?
Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
So Adam's a furry, everybody. That's what he's saying.
She wasn't a furry, bro. Her name was Rabbit because she was dating Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, but that's the big
She wasn't. If anything, I'm just into cartoons.
Ah, so you're a weeb.
I'm a weirdo.
I never saw Who Framed Roger. Who... Get to the next question. Never saw that movie.
All right, favorite body part for the opposite sex, apart from booty or boobs.
I don't know. I'm a very cheesy. I like a good set of eyes.
Very cheesy.
I like that area, like the collarbone, the neck area.
Very Tumblr of you.
Yeah, on the. Yeah,
that's very Tumblr of you.
Put some bite marks in there. Black and white photo, baby.
Jesus.
How many reblogs would you get? But yeah, no, it's...
thousands.
I don't know. It just looks neat.
Legs.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for eyes.
Legs all day, every day. A nice pair of legs on a woman.
My answer would be thighs, but that's still quite sexual, isn't it? Because if you're getting far enough up there...
But you can say that.
Yeah.
It's not the booty. It's not
okay, good. Thighs.
Go thighs. For me, the whole leg. Whole leg. You put them in stockings, thigh highs, tanned, whatever. They just look great.
Yep.
I love a good set of legs.
Man, women are so hot.
Fuck.
It's annoying.
Women. Bravo.
Chill out. Stop being so hot.
Yeah, calm down, bro.
Give us fucking dudes a chance.
We're still trying to catch up. Men are still evolving, and we're not there yet.
We are not there yet.
We are so far away.
Horrific creatures.
All right, her last one.
As I'm sitting here in my own swamp, I'm just like, I feel so gross.
Sorry, we'll have a break after this. Her last one. What's something a girl can do that's not sexual but would get you all horned up?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I guess the stereotypical answer is the ponytail. Because, like, there's something within a male that's like, if someone's putting a ponytail up, you're just like, my dick's going to be in a mouth soon. Like, even if there's not even the possibility, your brain, there's just that little bit of your...
you go, this is the turning point.
Of your primate, fucking idiot brain that males have. Yeah. Where you're just like, oh, let's go.
Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I know she's on the other side of the room, but I think she's talking about me.
It's also very impressive. Like when I had my long hair, I could not figure out how to tie it up to save my life. I was just like, if you watch me tie my hair up, you would get so frustrated because it took me forever to like figure out my stupid hair. But like girls, when they just go whoosh, like that in one movement,
quick.
Fuck, it's so impressive.
So quick for it.
I just notice like personality traits, little things that they say or do.
Yeah.
Like just in the way, like when we're talking, like I notice.
It's
a thing I really like is when they're talking and they like get self-conscious that they're talking too much or something, and then they just like trail off and laugh and look down.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I don't know why. It's so specific.
No, I get it.
It's so fucking specific, but that just makes my heart do all the
it's very old cheesy shit. For me, glasses.
God, women are so hot. Glasses.
A pair of glasses come out. Jeez.
That's why a lot of people watch this podcast, because hot girl in glasses.
Yeah, right here. When that hair grows back, oof, I tell you what.
It's coming.
Yeah. But
fucking sweet time.
Yeah, if a woman just puts on a pair of glasses, like reading, not sunglasses, like reading glasses, and I'll just go, ooh. And then another one is, it's a weird one, putting on a hat.
Really?
Yeah. I know for some it's like very like tomboyish and could relate to lesbianish or whatever else, but you know, the whole thing of if a girl would take your hat and put it on,
there is nothing tomboyish about being sun smart.
Exactly right. Slip, slop, slap.
Put your SPF on, ladies.
You fucking need that shit.
All right.
And all about a tan.
Any sort of like lazy touching where like this might be sexual as well because it's physical, but if they're just watching something and they're just like touching you, but they're not like putting their fingers up your nose or whatever. Like they sort of, it's like they know just where to touch without looking. And it's just like, I don't know, it's very nice.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a very gay little intimate boy. I like intimacy. I like to be loved. I'm a slut for a head rub.
That's all right. How good's a good back tickle?
Oh, brother. Unreal.
Oh, brother. Yeah, you better
believe like we can never have sex, but I'll rub your back once a night. I'd be like, yep.
That's enough.
Yep.
I'll finish myself off later. Don't you worry about that.
That sounds like a threat. That sounds like a great time.
It's always a good time. Always a good time. That's everything.
Thank God.
That's everything done. All right, guys. That is this week's main episode done. I've got to start calling it the main episode now because after this, we'll be recording our midweek review. Midweek review. Guys, when this goes up, there will be a new selection on Monday for the next episode. So the first episode won't be out when we put up the new batch of what to pick. This is just
we spoil it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So obviously, you'll vote for the next one before seeing the first one. That's just to get into the rhythm of things.
Yeah,
obviously.
You'll get it after 2 weeks. Don't worry.
Yeah. So after the first one comes out, the next one it'll be sorted out. It'll be fine. So, guys, as it is Mondays, we'll put up those choices. Pick for which one you want us to talk about. We'll always make sure it's a good spread of movies to pick from. We did kind of cop out for the first one by putting Upgrade in there. You all were going to vote Upgrade. I did get scared.
What else was it going to fucking be?
At one point, The Wolf of Wall Street was tied on votes.
I was watching Upgrade anyway.
And I was like, some people got to start voting for more Upgrade. And you did, so that's great. It was always going to be Upgrade anyway, even if the votes swung the other way.
It was going to be Upgrade.
We had to talk about Upgrade. So, guys, get keen for that one. Let us know your thoughts on those episodes when they do come out, because hopefully we want to keep doing them to just bring more content, get you guys involved even further to discuss these movies with us. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. The Facebook, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, Spotify, fucking everywhere we are. The links are in our description. We are literally
everywhere on the internet.
You can't escape us, and soon it'll be inevitable, and we will be
Which is good, because that makes it very easy to share it around.
Exactly right. And stickers will be coming soon. That will be a free thing for you all. Just going to dip in the money pot and just buy them and just give them out.
You didn't tell me that. I don't have any money, so I hope I get a free one.
You'll get a free one. I'll give you a stack to hand out. So until next episode, guys, you've been watching the You Like That podcast. I'm Adam. I am one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name has been Jack, will remain to be Jack. I'm the other half of the You Like That podcast.
And we'll see you next week, guys. Take care.